It has been a really long time since I heard this song, and I cannot wait to hear it again. This is a live performance in Melbourne, Australia in 1974. This was clued to me by wonderful Kate Griffith, one of my patrons on Patreon, Dax Music's on Patreon. Thank you very much, Kate. Really, yeah, looking forward to this. I think it's been more than 30 years since I heard this, and it's got Robin Gibb's, perhaps the greatest sort of nasal vibrato of all time. And it doesn't sound so good when you put it that way, but it just is what it is. It's ethereal, it's emotional, and it just creeps up inside you. The Bee Gees, Kate may be even more of a Bee Gees fan than me, and I didn't really think that was possible. But the Bee Gees are a love band. They talk about love in almost all of their songs. Yeah, they've got some disco stuff that's not necessarily about love, but most of their songs are about the celebration of love, the talk about lost love or being in love. And so that's what this song is two things. It's one, it's the loss of love, but celebrating the love that you had and that person. And the whole thing is really written well. It was written by, excuse me, Robin and Morris when they were 18 years old, folks, in 1967. They wrote this when they were 18. It came out in 68. There's a good story behind that as well about being in France, etc. But it's got great lines in it. But here's one stanza on it. I'm just going to read it real quick. And the sun will shine if just for you, and the trees will talk to the skies, whispering lies. Heaven will pass to me, yeah. Trains walk by and the birds disappear. Oh, why am I still here without you by my side? So I cry your name in love. The thought to me is back and how near. Then I wake up, then I grow up, and the rain will fall. Okay. So let's get in here, and I can't wait to see this live. I've never seen this, and you're looking at Robin right there. I just can't wait to see I can't wait to hear his voice. All of the Australian lads. Here we go and the sun will shine. Here we go. Voice.
And the trees will talk to the skies.
All right, let's listen to that again. The way he ramps it up and pulls in that vibrato, and then just a slight little back of the throat nasal thing that he does, and it just goes right through your soul. So let's back it up. I want to hear that again. Wow.
And the trees will talk to the skies,
So rich.
whispering lies. Heaven will lie to me. Said I know you should be sad, but give me time alone to get it out of my mind. Though I say I know it's only the weather, 'cause every time it rains,
I love Robin.
you are gone from me. Then I wake up,
Lower.
and the rain will fall. It falls for you, and the clouds will burst into tears. You should be here, standing so near to me.
Hallelujah. what? Wow. 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 Look at that audience, folks. That's when they used to pull them in, huh? I remember those days back in the, well, for me it was the 70s, but we used to go to concerts like that. Let me put that lovely man back up there, Robin. There's just so much to talk about on this song. It's so moving. I mean, my heart was beating twice as fast through so much of this. What he does with his voice, I've said before that his voice is my favorite in the Bee Gees. Barry just a little bit close behind him. Morris, of course, has a nice voice also, but Robbins is the most emotional, and it really shows on this song where he goes with it. When he goes down deep, when I hear, and then he comes back up into that nasal vibrato. And so leaping back and forth that he does so mellifluously just brings the emotions of the words to us. And then the production on this song, it's hopeful. Even though it's about loss, it's hopeful. Just sort of a little bit like the lyrics themselves, kind of in that phrase I was talking about, the sun will shine. With the violins especially, and then the horns come in, and then the drums come in, and the brush on the drums gives it even more emotion. And then Barry and Morris do terrific guitar work. It's just so much on this. This was, from reading up on it, there was a bit of a spontaneous song for them. They just did it, I think, in one day, which is pretty remarkable. They added to it a little bit later, but I mean, they did the main thing on one day. But the big thing on this is Robin's voice. Every single time. You know what's kind of funny? I didn't discover the 1960s Bee Gees until after. I was 17, 18 during the disco era. So that's the Bee Gees I knew. And then all of a sudden, one day, I'm out shopping for one of their albums or tapes or whatever, and I look over and there's the best of 1960s Bee Gees. I'm like, what? What? What's that? And I go and I listen to it, folks, 5, 10 times in a row, and it became my favorite Bee Gees stuff. And part of the reason for that is Robin's voice. Massachusetts and so many other songs. It's just, I got to get a message to you. There's so many. Anyway, this was phenomenal. Thanks very much, Kate, for this experience. And this was in Melbourne in 1974. Wow, it was 6 years after they came out with it. Anyway, really enjoyed this. Y'all let me know what you think. I'll catch you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.